Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news that is happening right now in Detroit's west side, where a DTE worker has died after being electrocuted by a downed wire.
We want to get to Mara McDonald live on Braille Street near West Outer Drive in Evergreen, where it happened. Mara.
Kimberly, let me set this up for you right now. Every DTE truck, I think, in the city is out on this scene right now. We've got workers who are on Eaton. We have got workers out here on Braille. We've got Detroit Fire. We have got Detroit Police, and we've got the chaplains out here, which really pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Here, I've got to be careful in what I say, because I don't know that this DTE worker's family has been notified yet, okay? So I don't want to give away any information that is super identifiable. Let's just say that this is a male DTE worker. This is someone who has been on the job for a significant amount of time. In other words, this is no newbie. He was working out here in the Brightmoor neighborhood. There had been intermittent power outages out here since around 11 o'clock this 11 o'clock this morning. And they're spotty. It's not like the whole neighborhood is. They're pockets. So you had crews show up here around 2 o'clock. They're working on the lines. In the back of the home, you see right there, you see the workers on the lawn right there with the caution tape up there. He was working in that home behind there when something happened, and nobody is quite clear, not fire, not DTE, not police, that electrocuted him. I just spoke to Fire Chief James Davis. I'm not sure. Guys, do we have that bite with the chief available? Okay, we just spoke to Fire Chief James Davis. He explained what his crews saw when they arrived here. Take a listen.
All we know, we just had a call that a gentleman was electrocuted. When the first responding company arrived here, it was engine 53. They found a gentleman on the ground holding a wire that works for DTE.
The chief goes on to tell us that fire crews did not know that he was deceased immediately, that they worked on him. They took him by ambulance to the nearest hospital, where he was then pronounced dead. Nobody is quite clear what happened out here. So stand by. We're expecting some word from DTE, I hope soon. But it's just incredibly sad. This was a longtime worker at DTE, and you can tell that everybody out here is really affected. We're live on Detroit's west side in the Brightmoor neighborhood. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara, and it's such an important reminder of how dangerous down lines are. This is a professional. If anybody who doesn't, an amateur, the rest of us really need to steer clear as best we can, and there's been a bunch of them down of late. All of this, let's talk about the weather now. Severe storms have been lighting up Storm Tracker 4. A number of warnings have been issued throughout the afternoon. We've seen high winds and heavy rain again.
That's right, and these storms are packing a punch, too. Take a look here. This is video from I-94 this afternoon, right at Cadju on Detroit's east side.
Let's get over to Ben, but no warnings at the moment, right, Ben?
Yeah, we're in the clear right now. The big question is, are we going to get a second round before we're in the clear totally for tonight? And we're keeping an eye on what's going on out here across northern parts of Indiana. This stuff is starting to move a little bit more due east rather than northeast, but just a couple sprinkles out there and very light showers. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has carved out the area that was affected earlier today, taking that area out of the severe risk, still leaving the south zone in and parts of the north zone. But there's still the possibility that we could see temperatures warm back up. The clouds are starting to break here in the west zone. However, you can see a lot of the blow off, some of those higher clouds from those Indiana storms are starting to float in and block a little bit of that sunshine. Current temperatures starting to approach 80 again today, so we may see those numbers return to the mid 80s, and if that's the case, that may provide some fuel to get those storms going. Otherwise, we're going to be dry by midnight, and we'll talk about the big changes starting tomorrow in just a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Ben. Our other top story at this hour is basically a good news, bad news scenario unfolding on I-94 in Detroit. Within the past hour, the westbound side has reopened from West Grand River to Michigan Avenue, and that's been shut down for days because of Friday's flooding.
Yeah, that's the good news. Here's the bad news. Take a look at live pictures from Sky 4. The eastbound side of that same stretch remains closed, and it's going to stay that way for at least the next week. Oh, man. Sean Lay is live there tonight. Sean, once all that water was pumped out, they found some significant issues there.
And that's why they inspected all day long. First and foremost, 94 westbound flying right along. It's open. Here's the eastbound lane right at Warren. We're going to give you an up-close look at what happened here. The power of that floodwater shattering the base of I-94 eastbound here at Warren. About a half football-sized chunk of concrete just broke apart because of that water. They're starting to repair that section right here, but that's going to take a while. The images are still shocking. Drivers trapped as I-94 flooded. A look inside that blue car, just as terrifying as water came pouring in. The driver here is okay. Lachelle Garner of Detroit says the rain was coming down so hard she couldn't see as she got on I-94. Then it was too late.
This is real, y'all.
She's still shaken, telling us she could have drowned. Her sister taking this shocking video.
My sister survived. Okay.
I-94 today, floodwaters finally gone, and the cleanup has begun. Right now, let's give you a closer look at everything that's happening down here on I-94. You can see that disgusting mound of debris left behind. First, the water had to go. Days after the storm, you can see the water's now gone. Second, all the vehicles that were stranded and left on 94 had to be towed away. Next, you're looking at it right here, the cleanup. That is underway. And then the next step after that all has to do with your safety.
And then we have to thoroughly inspect the roadway because it's been underwater for, roughly 4 days now. And water is the number one thing that will damage a road.
MDOT inspectors are going over every inch of I-94 that was underwater, looking for damage that would make the roadway unsafe for you. Chris says he was trapped by a flooded I-94. He wants to know if drains were cleaned out before the storm and why there is no backup for pumps knocked out by a power outage.
Way deficient pump system. People not being held accountable for their jobs, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, saying they are and they're not.
Back here live, the bottom line is a major artery through Metro Detroit remains closed since the rain fell, and it's going to be closed for at least another week, according to MDOT. That is a big chunk of pavement that needs to be replaced. They're starting the process now, but MDOT tells me materials have to be gathered, crews have to be marshaled, and then we're starting to get up to a holiday weekend. So bottom line, closed for about another week. We're live along I-94. Sean Lay, Local 4. Kimberly, back to you.
Plan your detours now. Okay. Sean, thanks.
Now, if your basement floods, like it or not, you too are in a race against time. According to FEMA, mold is going to develop within just 24 to 48 hours after something is exposed to water. And now 4 days after those rains, folks are still trying to clear out their wet basements as soon as possible. Victor Williams live in the Jefferson-Chalmers neighborhood on the east side of Detroit, where we've seen hundreds of basements flooded, Victor, and residents who need a lot of help.
That's right, and it has not been an easy process at all. Many of these residents are now worried about what may be mold growing in those basements that were flooded. They've been using these cleaning products here to try and tackle the problem, not because they want to, but because they have to.
We're trying to clean out what we can.
It's been a real struggle for Marcia Stewart, still cleaning out the basement of her Marlborough Street home 4 days after major flooding took the entire region by storm. She says the hardest part of the cleanup could be the potential mold now forming, an extremely hazardous problem to deal with.
It's black, it's sludge, thick in the basement.
Megan Steiger is in the same boat.
I've got a hose down there, so my goal is to just hose everything down, then hose it down with the antibacterial bleach, and then hose it down again.
The two have been trying to get in contact with the restoration company. The only problem is
no one is answering their phones.
As a result, private contractors like Eric Hardaway have now been doing what they can to help.
I've been snaking basements since the rain, maybe about 5 to 6 basements a day. Cleaning out basements.
Since then, he's come across a lot of damage, most of it irreplaceable.
They've had a lot of this stuff that's, pretty valuable, and some of the stuff being sentimental to them. And, I just feel bad for them.
Tonight, he has a warning for everyone who has had water standing inside of their home.
If you have any black mold in your house, take care of it as soon as possible. It gets into your lungs and it messes up your breathing.
Now mixing baking soda and water is another home remedy that you can use to help fight the mold. But realistically, at the end of the day, nothing is going to be good as a professional. That is when they become available. Victor Williams, Local 4.
That's it. They're all just busy as can be right now. All right, Victor. Now, the state is offering assistance to low-income families impacted by the floods. We've posted all the information on how to apply for that at clickondetroit.com.
All right, the state is reporting 173 new cases of the COVID-19, I should say, in the past 24 hours. 32 new deaths are also being reported over that same time period.
As for the vaccine, we're at 61.4% of all Michigan adults having received at least one vaccine dose. Now today, Henry Ford Health says it is soon going to require all of its 33,000 plus workers to get the vaccine.
The decision by hospital leaders treats the coronavirus vaccine much like the flu shot, which is also required. Rod Maloney joins us live tonight. Rod, this is the first hospital system in the state to take this step.
That's right, Kimberly. And, we've seen universities say, hey, the students have to be vaccinated. They want to come back to the classroom in the fall. Well, at the same time, Henry Ford's saying, you don't have your vaccine, you can't come to work here. On the one hand, Henry Ford Chief Operating Officer Bob Riney says what we all want to hear.
We're optimistic that the worst is behind us.
Yet comes right back with what may force some tough choices.
We have made the decision to mandate the COVID-19 vaccination for all team members.
The hospital says 68% of its staff's already vaccinated, says the non-clinical and administrative staff is making up most of the remaining 32%. Dr. Dennis Cunningham, Henry Ford's medical director of infection control, remains optimistic.
We suspect that part of the reason for this might be that so many of our non-clinical teams are still working remotely and are choosing to wait to get their vaccines.
So here's how it'll work. All employees must be fully vaccinated by September 10th. In order for a non-vaccinated employee to make that deadline, they need to have the first Moderna or Pfizer dose by August 10th. Miss that deadline and you're fired. More than a dozen health systems across the country have adopted this program, which brought out protests in Texas from nurses and other caregivers who did not want to get vaccinated. Riney says, though, that he's not concerned that that kind of protest is in the cards here.
Vaccination will be a condition of employment in the same way that we have with the annual flu shot. Exemptions will be granted for those who qualify for medical or religious reasons.
Now, the other major hospitals in the area, U of M, Beaumont, St. Joseph, have all told us they don't expect to do what Henry Ford is doing. That could change down the line, but as it stands right now, they are not falling into line here. In the meantime, the UAW represents a lot of the nurses here at Henry Ford, and they're saying that they don't think that, or the union is saying they don't think that employers should be forcing the vaccine on people. So we'll see how that shakes out. Back to you.
Sure will. All right, Rod, so off and running on this Tuesday. Here's Hank.
People putting storm damage items out on the curb, but others loading them up and dumping them illegally. Tonight, we'll show you where it's happening, and we have an important warning for you. It's coming up in my Help Me Hank report.
Okay, Hank, and this isn't even the first time he's done it. New tonight, police need your help finding a man who they say is terrorizing a Detroit gas station with a gun.
But first, residents had been warned. What we're learning about a letter sent to those living in that collapsed condo complex back in April as rescuers hold out hope still for survivors. What's next?